event log, in which can be imported and exported in HTML, TXT, or Excel format. And you can also view the log from a remote site through Internet Explorer. And with each event log, you can have a synchronized video and snapshot as well for verification. We do have a GB reader, and also third-party readers can be integrated with our DVRs to have text and picture overlay. So you can actually directly integrate our readers. In this case, for example, if you take a look at the picture, once this person swipes in the card to that third-party reader, his information as well as his picture will be displayed on a particular channel on the DVR. So what do you need in order to have all these set up? Basically, here you see the AS200 controller, and that is where everything is wired into. With the AS200 controller, you can connect inputs such as door alarms, sensors, buttons that you can replace as an input to open the door once that button is pressed. You can have our GB readers or third-party readers as well. And for outputs, you can connect to alarms and, of course, DVRs.
How many bit reader? 32?
26 to 40 bit.
So 36 bit will work?
Yeah, it should work.
Are they IP-based readers, or they just maybe standard?
Well, third parties support weekend only. For the GB reader, we do support weekend or RS-45. But, yeah, no IP.
The panel.
Oh, no, in terms of panel, yes. In terms
Like, if
of,
I've got an analog or a regular legacy system that I want to update, or let's say that the panel itself being outdated, I can utilize all my existing card readers throughout that system, convert that panel out, put that panel in, and I can still utilize those 26 weekend devices, right?
sorry, can you play that one more time?
All right, so I've got an existing, let's say, building, okay, hotel, whatever. They've got whatever access system they're using. You can have a regular weekend device, which is card readers or wireless, whatever it is. That regular wiring infrastructure, I just pretty much pull the old panel out, put the AS200 in, and just tie all my existing readers back into it, correct?
Yeah, that should work.
As long as it's HID or, not a proprietary,
Right, not like a
Simplex
security
network,
key, right,
for sure.
Right.
Right, so this panel can be integrated with our AS Manager software to be configured and managed either through RS-45 connection or within a network TCP/IP. And then our AS Manager can be integrated with our DVRs to provide live view and playback. And if you want to be able to access the AS Manager from a remote site, you can do so with our AS Remote software and AS Web, which is basically using Internet Explorer. As I mentioned before, with text overlay and picture overlay on the DVR itself, you can integrate our GB readers directly to the DVR, or if it's a third-party third-party reader, you can use what we call our GB weekend capture box to integrate it with our DVRs.
So the panels strapped together in series, or the communication from panel to panel? Or do they all go to a hub?
Oh, communication panel to panel. Basically, they can all connect to a hub, either through the internet, or they can all connect to a RS-45 converter on the computer itself if they're using RS-45 connection.
And you have 4 readers per panel. How many can we grow it to, max? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Okay, I'll go over that on the later slide. Right, so this is the lineup of what we have right now. As you can see, for the first 6 options, we have the AS200. Now for the lowest model, we have 2-door support, and it can also be expandable to 4 doors. We also have the Ethernet model, which you can look it up online, and as well as the compact version, which only supports 2 doors. Now with our new models coming out, we have the AS100, which is a one-door controller, and also has capability of a GB card reader and a touchscreen keypad. And as well as the EV16, which is basically a 16-port elevated controller, which is also extendable to 32 ports. Alright, so here are some features with the AS200 controller. Basically, it supports Wigan 26 to 40 bits. With Wigan connection, you can connect up to 4 card readers over a distance of 100 feet. So if you want to install the distance longer than that, you can use the RS-45 connection to connect actually a distance of 1,800 feet. It's not actually 4,000 feet. But with the RS-45 connection, you can connect up to 8 GB readers.
Is that loop?
Sorry.
4,000 feet total length between all the readers, between all the panels.
Well, it's not actually 4,000 feet. That was the typo, or 1,800 feet.
But that's between all the readers. Or,
One-
I'm sorry, between all the panels.
Well, from the reader to the panel.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, it's synchronized with the AS Manager either through network or RS-45. Now the reader supports 4 inputs and 3 outputs. The inputs include sensor, which is basically a sensor to check the status of the door. Button in the input that can release the door. Any fire alarm detector, and tamper, any tamper sensor that can be triggered if someone tries to break into the door or revolve the reader. Output includes door, of course, the magnetic lock on the door, any alarm devices that you want to install, and urgent, basically, output device that you can trigger in order to have the door automatically open in case of any emergency. And with the memory technology that it has, it can store up to a little over 65,000 events. Okay, so here are the accessories that can go with the AS200 controller. We have 2 models of our GB reader, the 1251 and 1352. With the 1251, it supports proximity cards frequency 125 kilohertz. With the 1352, it supports micro smart cards of 13.56 gigahertz. Now these cards can also come in a tag form as well, so in case of any key replacement, you can have that as well. Down here for the AS keypad, now this product we would recommend sort of a requirement for most installers, or all installers as well. Basically what it does is you can actually configure certain parameters within the AS200 controller, such as configuring the local time, the AS controller ID, port mode, password, and so on. It can also display certain information within the controller, such as the event that's happening within a particular door, the memory state of the controller ID, IP address, as well as the firmware version of the controller. Take a look at the right-hand side there, we have the AS battery, which is an optional accessory. Basically, it's a UPS device that can provide power to the AS controller over a maximum of 6 hours in case of any power outage. And again, we do have the GB Finger as our new product. It has the same reading capability as our 1352 reader, but it also has a combination fingerprint reader as well. Alright, with our AS100, again, it's a single door controller, supports up to 1,000 cards as a standalone unit, has a reading capabilities similar to the reader 1352. Again, it supports micro smart cards with frequency of 13.56 megahertz, and it has 2 built-in inputs and 2 outputs. Now, the AS box is more of an accessory to the AS100. You can actually incorporate the AS box with the AS100 to give it network expansion as well as inputs and